Please welcome Gilson Lubin.
Tough crowd, tough crowd. That's my real name too, Gilson Lubin, for those of you who don't know me. I never liked my name as a kid. Like now I'm cool with it, but as a kid it always sounded like a horse's name. Coming in last is Gilson Lubin. Look at him go. Isn't that how that's how you could tell who's gonna win too down at the racetracks? It's always the same thing. You just put your money on the best name. It's always coming in first is Powerhouse, followed by Silver Bullet. And in the last group we have Shaky Legs, followed by I Thought the Race Was Tomorrow. Wait a minute, what's this? It's Gilson Lubin. Look at him go. No horse, nothing, just running. My parents named me that too, Gilson Lubin. I mean, life is hard enough. Had no money. I remember high school. Like high school, all my friends got like cars and vacations on their 16th birthdays. On my 16th birthday, you know what I found out? The phone bill was in my name. Dad, what's a creditor? So we had to run around a lot, like we moved a lot. Like when I was younger, we used to like move all the time. Like every month we had to relocate. Because the creditors, I don't know what kind of equipment they had, but like no matter where we went, they could find us. Like I was afraid to answer telephones. I was in an elevator once, and this guy's cell phone rang. I was like, don't fucking pick it up. I'm not home. Tell him I'm not home. My dad, I think, is awesome. Like, you guys, if you met him, you'd say he's an alcoholic, but I love him. You people always feel bad when you find out that someone's like a little bit of a drinker, but he's happy. You know? If anything, you should feel sorry for his kids. Because we're the ones who have a drunk helping us with our homework. Hey, Dad, can you spell Canada? No. But I can spell Canadian. He's like reading off the bottle, blue C, red A. All right, so you guys survived the big blackout. The rest of the world was worried about us. Wasn't that like a big beer commercial to you guys? Wasn't that like... That's all that was. Like the lights went off, you heard a bunch of noise. It came back on, everyone got caught guilty with a beer bottle in their hand. Anything can happen out of the blue. Oh, that's cool. And the thing is, like, we have no control in this city as it is. When stuff like that happens, we don't want to hear our mayor's opinion. Listen, we had this guy named Mel Lastman. This guy's like George Bush without the help. Nothing. This guy got no editor or nothing. No one's helping him. But I like him because it looks like he's 8 years old and he doesn't know what part of what he's saying is bad. He gets interviewed, he's just as shocked as you are. What did I say? What happened? Where am I? I said that? I'm in trouble. I'll never forget that, man. We asked this guy to do the easiest things. Nothing hard. Mel, we're thinking of getting the Olympics. We're thinking maybe you go over there to Africa and round up some votes, you know? It's like, are you crazy? Next thing you know, they put me in a giant pot like an onion. And those dark fellas start dancing all around me. Excuse me? What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? And the thing is, he tries. That's why I feel bad, is that he's trying. That's just the best he could do. Every summer, he's trying to support the Gay Pride Festival, dancing. I'm all for it, as long as no one's fucking me up the ass. Yeah! What did I say? What did I say? I actually didn't even want to be a stand-up. When I was younger, I wanted to be like a rapper when I was younger, you know. Rappers are dangerous, man, like, because rappers have that natural edge, that anger, like they could hurt you, that R, you want to go? But, I was raised in Canada. How angry do I get? I try, I'm like, R, shut up, sorry! Is he coming? My favorite rapper, one of my new favorite rappers will always be 50 Cent, no matter what time. That guy's awesome, man. I like him, man. That guy took 9 shots and didn't die. Like, who is the assassin? Ray Charles? Who's missing? Hey, Ray, did you get him? Get who? Who am I shooting at? I can't hold down jobs. That's why I want to be like stuff like rappers and stand-ups. Those are easy jobs. I've tried regular jobs, man. They're hard. I got fired once. I didn't even know I was fired. The guy never said you were fired. Like, I had a job as a security guard, and he walked up to me and he said, wake up. I think we got robbed. Way too awkward. I need this kind of a job, man. Stand-up is fun. You get to travel to all the smaller towns, which is most of Canada. You get out there, like, every day it's a new small town. And the thing, this is the one thing they all have in common, is like in the small towns, like, none of them want to admit that they live in a small town. If I have to get off the sidewalk because I see a skidoo coming at me, that's a small town. You get to stay in hotel rooms, that's cool about doing stand-up. Hotel rooms are nice though, but sometimes you can tell how your company feels about you by the ones that they put you into. There's some bad hotel rooms out there, I'll tell you that. Like if you're sitting on a toilet and you could reach out and start brewing some coffee, that ain't right, man. It's like a crappy Nabob commercial. Going, Nabob, this coffee smells like shit. So now, in Canada, we have this place called Tim Hortons, and I'm hooked on it. I'm hooked on coffee. Anyone else? I am, man. But I figured this out. You don't always have time for Tim Hortons. That slogan has to go. Try showing up late for work with a double-double in your hand. See if you get that job. You don't always have time for it. The commercial they have right now, though, I thought it was pretty funny. It's a guy, it's his first day on the job. He can't file a thing right. He can't use the fax machine. And just when he's had enough, he goes across the street and grabs a coffee. The commercial ends, but I'm willing to bet that he gets back to the office and the shit continues. They make it seem like it might switch it up for you, help you out. We got into a car accident on Yonge Street, and I'm not here to talk about who's right or wrong, but we were doing an illegal U-turn into oncoming traffic. That's not what I told the police officer. Like, hey, those motherfuckers hit us. That's all I know. I don't know if you've been in an accident before. Like, right when you were about to get hit, everything started going in slow motion. And right before this cab hit us, we came to a complete halt. And we had just enough time for Tim Hortons. I got a double-double. Then, officer, those motherfuckers hit us. I want to say this, right, just so this is clear. Like, it's not that I'm not proud of what my people fight for. I think it's cool. The difference is, like, they fought for things, like, that kind of helped along the way. This generation, we don't fight for anything that makes sense. The big thing we're fighting for now is the right to have ebonics in the classroom. That's gonna come in handy. You got a job interview. What the fuck you mean I ain't qualified, ho? Excuse me? I need the motherfucking job. Is that ebonics you're speaking? You got the job. That's not gonna happen. One thing I want to fight for, I think that will help put us on the same playing field, black and white. The one thing we could fight for is, still leaves a bad taste in my mouth. The taste of black candies. Does anyone know what ingredient they're using? Like, well, what tastes that bad? Like, the red ones have a strawberry flavor. The orange ones are orange, but what the fuck tastes that bad? Like, what is that? Sugar and hate? What is that? We gotta change that up. I don't care what you guys think. That gotta go. The thing is, and I remember, like, being in high school, I used to, like, use everything, like the race card. I used it. I didn't care. I get my report card. I'm like, good Lord Jesus, an F, 40%. You're a racist. I passed. The thing is, like, we don't even know about that stuff growing up. Remember, like, being a kid, you didn't know any of that stuff. When I was a kid, I thought a racist was just a very fast person. You told me you're racist, I was like, hey, good luck. I think he could do it. It wasn't until I was in, like, grade 10, I remember asking my brother, how come that one kid is so angry? And he was the one who had to explain to me, it's because he's a racist. I was like, no, he's not that fast, I've seen him. You'd argue with this guy and it never made sense. You're like, hey, don't you owe me some money? And his response is, go back to Africa. What's that got to do with my fucking money? As a kid, that was so confusing because he made it seem like it was just that easy. I phoned up a travel agent and I got to tell you, those tickets got expensive. And I can't just show up in Africa like, hey, I'm home. Where do I sleep? What's happening, brother? I love Canada. I always brag about Canada. I'm proud of Canada. I'm glad that my folks chose to move here as opposed to down in America. I think it was a good move. You know? I think so. I think so. You're a little late. You're a little slow for Canadians. It was a good move to move to Canada. Sure. Whatever. Anything can happen. No. But I want to brag about Canada and, like, make people know how cool we are, you know what I mean? Because we are, man. But, like, it's hard to brag about how cool Canada is unless we do something about those Canadian Heritage Moment commercials. It's because we don't care. We're too laid back to worry about it, you know? Proud Canadian moments. Like, there's no story, nothing. Like, anything counts. Like a group of guys signing some documents and something big happens, so a wind blows the papers away. The guy's like, will someone shut that goddamn window? And a little kid will show up. I'll do it, sir. Are you sure? I think I can handle it. But tell us, son, who are you? I'm Jacques Villeneuve of Montreal. A Canadian Heritage Moment. Or sometimes it starts off like a really cool story until the very last word. It'll be like an old maid upon hearing the U.S. plans to take over Canada fled north. Unable to survive the elements, she was found by the natives, who took her to Lieutenant Fitzgibbon. With her knowledge, we defeated the U.S. Army. And that's why we have Laura's Secord chocolates. A Canadian heritage moment. I bet you the actors are going, I can't fucking work with this. This is bad. I love TV. I always gotta pay attention to what's going on. My favorite thing, though, are like watching superhero movies. I finally checked out the movie Spider-Man. And this is what I think about the movie. Spider-Man's only cool and amazing because he lives in New York City. And that's not challenging. Like, they never show you a clip of Spider-Man, like, in Saskatchewan. That's what I want to see, just him standing around. Jacquesville of Montreal. Canadian heritage moment. I have roommates now. I went to school and I picked up these roommates. My mother's happy. The only reason why she's happy is that they claim to be Catholics. But what my mom don't know is that these guys are like a new breed of Catholics. Celebrating things I never read about in the Bible. Like Pancake Tuesdays. What part of the story was that? I don't remember that. Like Jesus telling the 12 apostles, all right, guys, listen. Take this wine, let it represent my blood, and this bread will be my body. And, next Tuesday, I'm thinking pancakes. Someone write that down, please. That's good. I like that. There's no picture of them at the Golden Griddle. I don't remember that. Easter comes around, I'm all excited, I'm putting on my clothes ready for church. They just sat around and ate chocolate. Like it's in the Bible somewhere. Like he comes back from the dead, his priorities all over the place. Like, all right guys, I've been gone, but listen. Whew! We've got more souls to save and some healing to do. But first, I've hidden 12 eggs. Yeah. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. There's no chocolate in the Bible. Like the dating thing, man, that's where I'm going. Trying to find the perfect woman. It's hard. Okay, I'm lying. I want to find a slut. Someone who's easy. Someone who I don't, don't have to tell my real name to. My friends got all the cool girls. Like, I remember, like, my friends, like, they would always be, like, bragging about, like, being in, like, all these cool things, like threesomes and orgies. All these kinky things. And I haven't done anything like that. But, my ex-girlfriend was cross-eyed. And, yo, that should count for something. I don't care what y'all think. That's kind of kinky. Like, spending half the time thinking someone else was in the fucking room. Have you done that? That's the shit. It's cool because you're doing it, but you're thinking, who the fuck are you looking at? It's kind of like a threesome, I guess, I don't understand when guys get like so into girls to the point where like it's ridiculous. I have like one of my roommates, he's dating now a next door neighbor, like this chick Lucy. But he keeps bragging about her like she's the hottest chick in the world. And I disagree, mostly because she's ugly. He thinks I'm jealous. He's like, make fun of all you want, but if y'all were the last two people on Earth, you'd do her in a second. I'm like, if Lucy and I are the last two people on Earth, I think the big question is, who's killing all these fucking people? I'm a little horny, but people are missing. Was it Lucy, you know? I say you've messed up your priorities when you wake up and find your family murdered. And the first thing you can think is, well, it's time to fuck Lucy. A Canadian heritage moment. Thank you, good night. Thank you.